How much do you really know about black holes? What would happen if you fell into one? Let's say one day, you're out exploring deep space, on a mission to find a new home for humanity. But then, unexpectedly, you come across a black hole. And instead of avoiding it, you think, why not take a closer look? This is Think Again, and here's what might happen if you took the plunge into a black hole. Despite the name, a black hole isn't just some pitch-black void in space. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, these cosmic beasts are born when a massive star dies, leaving behind a dense core. If that leftover core is more than 3 times the mass of our Sun, gravity takes over, crushing it into a single, incredibly dense point. But don't let the word hole mislead you. It's not empty. It's an unimaginable amount of matter, squeezed into an impossibly small space. Take our Sun, for example. Its gravitational pull is 28 times stronger than Earth's. If you could stand on the surface of the Sun, which you can't, of course, you'd weigh 28 times more than you do on Earth. Now imagine packing 4 suns into an object just 15 miles wide, a distance you could drive in about half an hour. What would the gravity be like then? A black hole's gravitational force is so intense, not even light can escape its pull. That's why you can't actually see one. But we can detect them, from the gamma-ray bursts they emit. These powerful bursts, associated with the work of Stephen Hawking, are now closely linked to his name and theories. In fact, Hawking once proposed that black holes might even be gateways to alternate universes. So, if you did fall into one, could you find yourself in a completely different reality? Every black hole has something called an event horizon, the boundary where gravity becomes inescapable. From just outside that point, you'd see stars bending and swirling around a circle of pure blackness. As you're pulled closer, you'd begin accelerating rapidly, gravity dragging you faster and faster. Here's where things take a dark turn. If you fall feet first, the gravity at your feet would be much stronger than at your head. Your body would start stretching violently. This process has a name: spaghettification. Most black holes are stellar in size, about 9 miles across, but weighing as much as 20 suns. And if you got too close to one of those, you'd be ripped apart before even reaching the event horizon. So if you're set on falling into one, aim for a supermassive black hole instead. Supermassive black holes are on a completely different scale, millions of times heavier than our Sun. Fall into one of those, and oddly enough, you might not even notice when you cross the event horizon. The gravitational pull would be nearly equal across your body, no stretching, no tearing. And these giants aren't far, relatively speaking. There's one right at the heart of our own Milky Way galaxy. Thankfully, it's 165 quadrillion miles away, and it poses no threat to Earth or our Sun. Still, don't get too comfortable. Crossing the event horizon might be gentle, but what lies at the center, the singularity, is where things get truly bizarre. There, matter collapses into infinite density. You'd be crushed into nothingness, and merged with the black hole itself. And you'd never be able to tell anyone what you experienced. But to someone watching you from the outside, they'd see something completely different. As you fall closer, they'd see you slow down, fade, turn red, until eventually, you'd seem frozen at the edge of the black hole. That's because in this twisted region of space, time and space switch roles. Time stands still at the event horizon, while space moves forward relentlessly. There's no turning back. No escape. No way to reverse your journey, any more than you could travel backward in time. Even if the black hole eventually evaporated, releasing all the particles it ever consumed, there'd be no way to know which ones used to be you. But Stephen Hawking offered a glimmer of hope. He suggested that information isn't truly lost in a black hole, and that alternate realities might exist, each with different outcomes. In one universe, you fell in. In another, the black hole never existed. And here's the strange part: from outside the event horizon, you'd never be able to tell which universe is real. So if you crossed that boundary, and there was a black hole, sayonara. But in another version of reality, you're still alive. Just, not in this universe. Would you risk the fall, just to find out? The universe is full of mind-bending possibilities. And here at Think Again, we'll keep exploring them, one question at a time.